All right, welcome back. I still have Rotimi with me, and we've talked extensively about the CAF Champions League. I think it's only fair for us to, in spite of our, I don't want to use the word pessimism, but in spite of whatever we feel, we still have to talk about the CAF Confederation Cup and the chances of our teams going far. Experience, maybe not in their favor in this one.
Yeah, experience not in their favor. Wiki tourist. You also have your FC Fahimba, who are just getting on the continent for the very first time. Experience is key, but then again, getting yourself in the right frame of mind for such assignment. We've seen Cinderella runs, everywhere across the globe, across all the continents. So it's possible, it's doable. But then for Ifeanyi, they have to sort early the home front. Coaching crew, technical crew, the players and all that, the key players that probably prosecute your campaign.
They've recruited well, but the coaching issue.
If you've recruited well and then you have a coach, you brought in a coach that couldn't use your recruitment, or probably the coach that left was the one that did the recruitment, what happens to the new one coming? So that's why I said they have to sort their home front very, very quickly. And then now that they know their opponent, let the planning begin now, not until the MPFL season, starts early next year.
I don't know if you agree with a lot of people that think Ifeanyi of our teams in the CAF Confederation Cup, Ifeanyi has a chance because the players will be motivated and they will recruit well. Do you believe that they have a chance and maybe coaching will not really? We heard Ladan Bose is in the frame. A lot of people are mentioning names. I don't know if your Preko is still there. I don't know if it's Dobrev. But in terms of motivation, I know the players will be well motivated.
In terms of motivation, they will be well motivated. No doubt about that. But also, you have to probably go for a coach that has experience on the continent. And that would be key to, they have a tough game against Al Masry. Al Masry, as I mentioned earlier, are no just... there
are no pushovers.
There are no pushovers in this one. They have that experience. They are seasoned campaigners in CAF competition. So it's looking pretty tight on paper for FC Ifeanyi. And then just as I said, just with Rangers, get the job done on the home front, hope for a good result away from home. So let's just be positive, really, with FC Ifeanyi. Wiki Tourist, I think, will do pretty well. Yes, they lost their coach to another club side, but I think Wiki Tourist can negotiate past the Sierra Leoneans and then, get to the next round of the CAF Confederations Cup. But I'm really interested in the 4 club sides, and I hope by the time the campaign starts, we won't have headlines like it was a sad weekend for Nigerian football clubs
or even
on the continent,
fortunes.
or mixed fortunes. I want to have that.
We've been used to that.
We've been using mixed fortunes because maybe 1 out of 3 or 2 out of 4.
By the group stage, 1 out.
Only or none at all. So let's just be positive.
Hopefully that will be our lot this year. Okay, let's move on and go to Port Harcourt quickly now. Sammy Wenjia, the media officer of Rivers United, is on to us. And Sammy, good evening. It's nice to have you around. I'm very sure you're a happy man. Rivers United doing all the right things at this moment.
Yeah, good evening to you, and good evening to my friend Rotimi there.
Hi, sir.
Hi.
Yeah, well,
Rotimi, you're owing me.
No problem.
Sammy, I was saying I know you're going to be a very happy man now because your team is doing all the right things, good preseason, stable technical crew, well-motivated players. I mean, everybody in Rivers United should be happy now.
Yeah, everybody should be happy because we have had very good preparations for the new season. Like, we're going to be campaigning on 3 fronts: the Nigerian Professional Football League, the Federation Cup, and the big one, which you guys have been talking about, that's the CAF Champions League. We have been for exactly 1 month and 21 days, and I make bold to say no club in Nigeria has had as good a preseason as we have had. We've had 5 phases. Phase just come. Like you guys all know, we just came back from Europe. We were in Spain where we had our final phase of preseason. We played 2 friendly matches there against Villarreal and see the road there. So yeah, you see what Rivers United is happy because there's this saying that if you don't prepare, if you don't plan, then that means you're planning to fail. So we have started very well, we've prepared very well, and hopefully our hard work will yield results for us as the season gets underway next month.
All right, Sammy, now that you know your opponents, I know in continental football you don't dismiss anybody, but of course you will feel that you have a good chance against AS Bamako.
Well, the truth of the matter is Rivers United go into that tie as the underdogs for very obvious reasons. I'm sure you guys may have talked about it, the fact that AS Real Bamako Club of Mali defeated the International of Aba in the second round of the CAF Champions League in 2014. They were founded in 1960. You know, this is a very, very experienced club. They are the reigning champions of Mali. They have won the league title on 6 occasions. They've been champions of the cup in Mali on 10 different occasions. They've reached the Champions League final, albeit in a different guise, you know, in 1966. But when you talk about pedigree and talk about Rivers United have absolutely zero in terms of experience, in terms of pedigree at this level. The club came into existence only a few months ago, specifically on the 19th of February this year. We have never played in CAF club competition in the past. So, I mean, let's not kid ourselves. Yes, we are in Nigerian side. We're representing Nigeria. Nigeria is supposed to be a powerhouse in African football. But, you know, if you put both clubs side by side, AS Real Bamako have got a lot more experience than Rivers United. They are the overwhelming favorites to progress to the first round of the competition. But then, I mean, no football club, no professional football club, what it saw, will go into any game and say we want to go there and get beat. So we'll go out there, give our best. We know we've made very good recruitment. We have had fantastic preparation for the new season, and hopefully we'll get the rub of the green.
Okay, Sammy, like I said, everything seems to be good. But are there any plans to probably get in more players, or the team is satisfied with the players in the fold at this moment? Well, Sammy, I don't know if you can hear me. I just asked you if...
Yes, I heard you. I got you. You're asking if we're going to get new players.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm trying to answer the question. I said just before I came, you guys put me live on, I had a chat with some of the supremos of the club, and I asked them if we're going to get new players. And they said they only want to get one new player, and that player is you. So would you like to play for our football club? And they talk serious thing. This man is laughing. Do you want to play for?
Well, I think I like to be on this side. I don't know if I'm still good on the field. I used to be a very good footballer. Used to be. I'm not sure.
You want to be on that side. You don't want
I love to be on this side.
United is representing Nigeria. You don't want to do. You know, they say think of what you can do for America, not think of what you can do. Okay, on a serious note.
Yeah.
We have concluded our recruitment, at least for now. A lot of the players who joined us even before we went for pre-season, and I'm afraid we're not going to have any more players join us because we're very happy with what we have right now. Maybe in the days to come, we might have some new players joining, but right now, Rivers United has done its business in the transfer market.
All right, Sammy, we want to thank you for your time on the show, and then hopefully Rivers United will do Nigeria proud, and we'll see what happens in the league. Some of the teams representing us on the continent, I don't know. You're looking at being in 4 competitions. Maybe it's going to be a burden.
Well, be a burden. That's what the teams are created for. They know this. That's why everybody's trying to get on the continent. You know, during the league season, or probably you want to get to win the Federations Cup so that you can play on the continent. They know all this. You know, before they knew all this rather before. Probably finishing second behind champions Rangers, and then before Ifeanyi went on to win the Federations Cup. So
they have a squad capable.
Capable, because I like the fact that Sammy did mention that they have exactly a month and 21 days to their first game, and that shows a club that is planning already. And then you saw him reel out the profile of the club side they are meeting as well. They are no pushover, so
they know what they are into.
They know what they are into. if they blow it, they know they get the sticks, from Nigerians. But I think planning well is key. And let's just see, we've been able to see the planning for Rivers United, probably seeing a bit from Rangers. Let's see what FC Ifeanyiba and Wiki Tourist will have to offer us as regards planning, and then we can now talk about their chances on the continent.
All right, Rotimi, we're on the home stretch now,
Yeah.
but let's travel abroad. And I'm bringing this up because I find it interesting. We talk about managers that are two types of managers, ones that have been fired and those that are waiting to be fired. And we always talk about the English Premier League having a high turnover of managers being sacked. But now in the German Bundesliga, you have a manager losing his job. That's the coach, André Schubert of Borussia Mönchengladbach, and he's the 7th. If that is not I don't know. The 7th manager since the season started, the 7th manager to just look at that before we even talk about Borussia Mönchengladbach. They're in the Europa League. I mean, in a competition that had Manchester City and Barcelona, they were still able
to pick the Europa League.
But the 7th manager. Do you think there is high turnover of managers in the German Bundesliga as well?
I think the stakes are more have been raised, a bit higher now, and that's why it's happening in the Bundesliga. You look at the teams in the Bundesliga, and then you ask yourself, what has FC Cologne done right, to be having a good season? What has Rasenballsport Leipzig, also? What are they doing well, to be having a good season? Even as big as Bayern is, as big as Dortmund is, they're struggling. So, and then, of course, the Dortmund would just wake up and say, hey, Tuchel, pack your bags and go. Bayern would also wake up and say, Mr. Ancelotti, just get out, we've had enough. Yes, they play Borussia Mönchengladbach. They've not been able to marry their presence on the continent and on the league effectively. That affected their play, that affected their result back home as well. And then when I saw last night's game, that 1-2 loss to Wolfsburg, you knew that he might not get the chance.
That's the last straw.
To even say, okay, let us correct it after the winter break. So it's very sad. 7 managers already. Goes to show that the Bundesliga is also hotting up. And then, as I mentioned earlier, the stakes are now very, very high.
All right, Rotimi, I want to thank you for your time. It's been a pleasure.
Many thanks.
Having you with us. We will do this again.
No problem.
That's why you're busy schedule.
No problem.
We'll do this again. All right, we hope you've enjoyed everything that we've done today. We want to say a big thank you to you and ask you to join us again tomorrow. There will be more time on our hands to take you on a trip across the money-spinning world of sports. Bye-bye now.